Hey, how's it going? So in this video, I'll be going over early signs that if you're someone who's creating an online course or program, that your very own online course or program will be actually successful. And I say this because I am someone who is exactly in this space, in this industry. I have an agency that helps exactly people launch, so build, launch, and scale their very own online course or program. And I can tell what is gonna make it successful or not. And I see with different kind of niches and different kind of personas who actually create these courses, early signs of how you can actually tell that it's actually gonna be successful. So in this video, I'll try to break down what kind of signs can you actually tell if you are someone who's actually building it to tell if it's actually gonna have success. And maybe throughout this video you'll learn a few things and you can actually implement directly before launching your very own in order to make it successful. So that's really the whole goal with this video. Hope you enjoy, and let's get to it. Now, first of all, I kind of want to point out that it's hard to specifically pinpoint what a successful program is to you. Maybe a successful program to you is helping just five or 10 people per month. Maybe it's only making an additional income. Maybe it's hitting $10,000 per month. For some people, it might be hitting $50,000 or $100,000 per month, right? So it's hard to put what it's actually going to be successful. When I actually say successful, I just mean that in terms of, online program criterias, it is going to be successful. So there's certain metrics that you can calculate through that. But in this video specifically, even though you can have different goals, right? 10K, additional income, 100K, I'll be speaking more in a general sense of what makes it successful. And also it's more of my personal opinion. Now, there's a lot of tells that I can tell early on from someone who wants to build an online course or program. Is it actually going to be successful, and to what level is it actually going to be, right? And there's a few ways and a few tells I can do this with. The first one being that if the person who wants to create an online course or program has an audience. Now, this is not to get mistaken with having millions of followers. This is only just having a few thousand followers, and more specifically having engaged and followers who are in need of a specific solution, right? And it's coming back to my second point of having that solution, is that not only do you have some kind of audience, but also that specific audience has pain points and your solution can kind of help them. And because of that, because they have pain points and because they need your help and they already follow you, they're out there already looking for a solution, meaning they're already DMing you, emailing you, asking you about some help. If you do offer a program or a course, like sometimes it's just a direct questions like that with clients I talk to, that people are directly asking them if they do offer kind of something, because if they would, they'd be interested, right? So that's a really, really good sign. If you're having people who are constantly asking you, let's say every week or every day, do you offer something? Do you offer a course? Do you offer a program? Do you offer help? Do you offer one-on-one coaching, mentorship? Any of these kind of questions is really a good sign, which essentially is the first sign. If you have an audience and if people are asking you directly, if you do have any kind of help. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a question directly towards if you do have a course or program. This can be questions about advice on a specific thing. Just in general, if people are asking questions to you, this is a really, really good sign that creating an online course or program specific to your expertise, your skill, your knowledge is a really good thing for you. And through that, what you can do is actually say that you haven't, released your own online course or program, but would they be interested? And through that, you can actually ask a few questions to get to know more what are they actually needing help of. And essentially, that's gonna build a really good base for your online program or course in the early stages of actually building the whole thing out. So to be honest with you, that number one sign that I just told you is probably the biggest sign of early success for an online course or program, right? Having an audience and that audience specifically asking for it. Like, you already have clients that will be ready to pay. So you already have clients and customers. So the second sign that I actually see that is also a really, really good indicator of early and late success with your online program or course is that your program or whatever you're offering provides a transformation in a helpful and impactful way to whoever you're selling. And what I mean by this is that it usually falls into the top three categories I'm going to tell you right now. So that's health, wealth, and relationships. Why? Well, because these three top niches are directly correlated with emotions to human beings. So if you know anything about why people buy and customer behavior, well, you know about emotions and why it is the main factor of actually someone buying a product. That being said, these top three niches are what you see the most online programs and courses being the most successful out there. The number one being wealth. Obviously, if you're teaching someone else to make money, you can make a lot of money doing that because money solves a lot of problems. And when you solve problems, that's directly linked to their emotions. So wealth is the first one. The second one obviously is health. People are directly correlating health and how you feel in your body to emotions, right? If you look at yourself in the mirror and you're sad all the time, well, that's directly linked to an emotion. So people are trying to get to better shape, they're trying to improve their body, and that's why it's such a really good niche as well. And the third one, like I mentioned, relationships. Again, very, very much linked to emotions. This is exactly why people buy. So again, just to recap these niches, if you're able to have a program in these top 3 niches, you're really on the path to making a course or an online program that's very, very successful. But I want to put the disclaimer that you don't have to be in these top 3 categories to make it as an online course or program seller. We see a lot of people who are not directly in these niches, right? They'll be more in the passion niche, in the interest niche, and are still making a lot of revenue and impacting a lot of people, because if you have a passion, that can also be linked to an emotion. It's just not usually as strong as the top 3 niches that I just told you. And this is in fact a worry that a lot of people have when they are launching their own online program or course, that they think that if it's not directly related to wealth, so helping people make money, it's not going to work. That's completely false. There are a bunch of other people doing it in this niche that are absolutely crushing it. When I mean crushing it, making 6 figures plus per month from directly something that isn't relating to wealth, right? So there's a lot of opportunity out there to make it about whatever you want. I'm just saying that in general, these top 3 niches are really, really good and usually create the most results, right? Let's say you do have 100K followers and your specific niche is about wealth. Well, you're most likely to make way more money than if you have 100K followers for a specific passion like painting, for example, right? So that wealth audience is going to be way more prone to actually buy your online course or program because you are helping them directly make money. But it isn't to say that that painting audience isn't going to be engaged in your content and willing to buy your solution and what you're offering. And just to see where you're at, if you do have an audience and that audience is asking you specifically if you do offer kind of any help, and again, you're in those top 3 niches, that already, those 2 signs are a really, really good big teller. And if that's you and you're actually just unsure to how to actually start or whatever, you have that and you want to be kind of transforming it into your own online course or program, well, I definitely recommend you to go to the link below in the description and check out that video. Now, coming on to the third sign is that if you've already helped people, now that doesn't necessarily mean through a course or program, but in general, have you ever helped people through whatever you're good at, right? So that may be a knowledge for you, a skill for you, helping people make money with a specific thing. Maybe you're fit and you want to try and help people with their fitness and their health. If you've done it in the past for similar people, and maybe it's just a friend of yours and you've only done it once and you've been able to really help that person get results and alleviate their pain points that they're currently having, well, that's a really good sign that you'll be able to create something that helps other people online. If you can prove that you've helped someone go from their point B to their point A through what you know and just simply helping them out, well, that's a great sign that you'll be able to do it to a lot of other people, especially online, right? If you're able to do it to this person and that was essentially your friend, well, think about how much people you can actually help out if it's completely online. And coming on to the fourth sign that at the early stages of your online course or program that it's going to be very successful is that if the first release of your product, so usually we go with our clients in a pre-launch strategy where we just, kind of offer a few person entry to their specific course or program and kind of get a feel for what they like, what they don't like, what they want to see improve on. So if you're at that early stage and you get a few people in, maybe you don't do any kind of strategy, but you just get a few people in, and those people specifically aren't asking you too much any questions, or they're not saying that they want a refund, or they're not saying that they would like to see this, well, that's a really good sign that you've actually just put every single thing that's really valuable and that you know of, that is concise, inside your online course or program. Meaning that the first version of your product is already really, really good. So think about your 4th or your 5th version of your product, how really good it is going to be. So again, to kind of recap this video, these are the kind of the 4 signs that you can have that kind of will assure you to have early success and late success with your online course or program. So again, having an audience that follows you for a specific reason, even if it's small, having people engaging and ask you questions about if you do have a course or program, or if you offer any kind of help, or just asking you questions in general. If your program fits in the top 3 niches, so health, wealth, and relationships, or if you've helped someone in the past, whether that be your friend or anybody online with either your knowledge, your specific solution, get from point B to point A. And lastly, when you are entering a few members inside your program, are they asking questions about their program, or are they just completely satisfied with the first version of your product? So if you have these, you're really bound to have very high success with your online program or course. Now the question is, can you deliver on that? So I'm asking if you can actually deliver that. So actually building the whole thing out and selling it and advertising it. So if that's any interest of you, of actually getting support to do exactly that, I recommend checking the first link in bio where you actually see a video that I made, a bit of a qualifying video, and then you can actually book a call directly with me and we can go over the whole strategy and if it would be a good fit together to essentially build, launch, and scale your very own online course or program to 10, 20, even 30 plus $1,000 per month. And for the rest of you who are maybe unsure, you can definitely DM me on Instagram and I'll be glad to help with any questions you might have. So that's it for this video. Talk to you soon.